Good afternoon, welcome back to my channel, and this is going to be a PlayStation 5 collection video. So I just watched Retro Rivals, they did their collection video, and I thought it was really cool, so I wanted to do it myself. And I liked how they made a couple of piles of played games and unplayed games, so that's what I'm going to do. Today I'm going to do a played games, I'm going to do a finished games, a played and a not played pile. See how that goes. We'll jump straight in. So the first game we've got here, not in alphabetical order or anything, just all pulled out from the cupboard. We've got Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Fantastic game. Love playing through this. This really showed off the power of the PlayStation 5 when it first came out, like the SSD, like the rapid load times and things like that. Where you switch through rifts and in the realities and go back and forward. Really cool game, fantastic. So that's the first game to the played pile, so finished pile, sorry. So that's a good start. Next one is EA Sports FC 24. So this is Jay's game. Played this with him a lot, so what can I say, it's a football game, it's a soccer game even. It's good fun, but I don't put much time into it. I used to play these games a lot when I was younger, like so much, but I don't play them so much anymore. But that can go in the played pile. Next one is Forspoken, a game that I do want to play. I've heard a lot of people saying not so good things about it, but I think it could be, quite cool. I don't know if it's a big RPG or if it's just an adventure kind of game. If it's an RPG, I'll lean away from it a little bit because there's too many RPGs to play. But I think it looks alright. I think it would be worth a go, but not played that one. So that's in the unplayed pile. Next one, fantastic, Final Fantasy Rebirth. So just played this not too long ago, finished it. What a game, absolutely fantastic. This is Game of the Year 2024, no doubt about it. Absolute perfection. Brilliant game. So, finished pile. Next one is Deathloop. A game I've not played. I've not heard great things about it. I've heard that okay. It's from the same guys that made, Dishonored. So I do kind of want to play it at some point. But it looks alright. Not played it though. Final Fantasy 16. Brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant. Don't listen to the Final Fantasy haters. This game is fantastic. Absolutely peak gaming. Brilliant game. So, finished game. Next one's Immortals Phoenix Rising. Not played this. I've heard it's a Breath of the Wild clone. I think for my money's worth, I think this would be a much better game than Breath of the Wild, because I don't like the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I don't like the open world Zelda games, but I think this could be good because it's based in the kind of Greek mythology. So I think that could be a good game to play, but it's going to be a big time sink, so that's for another day. Godfall. Never played this. This is one of the release games in the PS5. Duck cheap now. I think I got this for like a £5 or something like that, but I mean, it looks stunning. It looks absolutely stunning. But I've not heard many people talking about it, so I don't know what it's like. A next gen looter slasher action RPG. I mean, it looks cool. It looks really cool, but I've not played it. Next one is Star Ocean Divine Force. So this year I'm on that 12 RPG challenge as well as the 52 game challenge. This one will get played eventually this year. I'm looking forward to playing this actually. I'm on 4 RPGs at the moment. I've started Live Alive on the Switch. Really enjoying that. It's a good game. I don't see the big fascination over it. Everyone says it's one of the best games on the Switch. I think it's a good game. I am enjoying it. But anyway, Star Ocean Divine Force. I need to play that one this year. Spider-Man Miles Morales. Much more than just a DLC. Again, don't listen to people that tell you it's just DLC, because it's much more than that. It sets up Spider-Man 2 just nicely as well. So you had the first Spider-Man, fantastic game. Miles Morales, fantastic game, and then they both come together in Spider-Man 2. came after this, obviously. Loved it. Gran Turismo 7. Brilliant game again. Played a wee bit in the VR as well. It's just such a good game. Honestly, this just took me back to playing Gran Turismo 1 and 2 back in the PlayStation 1. I had a wee shot of this when I was playing Final Fantasy 16, sorry, and I just played in Final Fantasy 16 and then having a shot of Gran Turismo. It just took me back to like 1999. It was just brilliant. Fantastic. So I'll put that in the play pile because I have played it. Resident Village, not played this yet, but I do have the PSVR 2 now, so I'm looking forward to playing this in VR. I really did like Final Fantasy, Resident Evil 7, but I need to get round to Resident Evil 8, so not played. Crisis Core, brilliant, absolutely fantastic, and it's really a testament because it's a PSP game originally, and obviously this is tarted up, it's a lot nicer. But I think core mechanically kind of thing, it's still kind of like the PSP game, which is testament to the PSP game. But it's just absolutely brilliant, fantastic. Loved it. Anything Final Fantasy 7, just top drawer, finished. Callisto Protocol, again, a lot of people hated on this game. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was a great adventure, a great story-driven survival horror. Obviously, it draws a lot of comparisons to Dead Space, which was made by the same creator. What was his name? Schofield? Something Schofield. No, Philip. I can't remember his name. Greg Schofield, I think. But aye, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Finished. I really enjoyed that. Tormented Souls. So this is a game I have played, I haven't finished. I didn't play much of it. I maybe played an hour, maybe 2 hours tops. I did like it, but I just wasn't in the right space to play it, if that makes sense. So I'll put that on the played pile, because I did play it, but I didn't finish it. I need to go back. Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, fantastic game, absolutely brilliant. I know a lot of the guys in the 52 game challenge have played this and finished it. Mark's played it, and Paul, I'm sure Paul's played it. Ross and Eddie have played it. It's fantastic. Scott, I'm sure, has played it. It's like brilliant. I loved it. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. You got it's got that a real kind of Pixar DreamWorks kind of art style to it. Production values. Loved it. And then you've got them little rots. Those rots are just the cutest things. Honestly, sickeningly cute. That can go in the finish pile. Absolove, End of Gods. No for me. I finished it, played it and finished it. I didn't like it. It had some potential, but it just wasn't that good. The Pathless, I really enjoyed this game. This game is it's quite a simple game. It's quite fast paced. Gorgeous graphics. You just kind of zip around the kind of open world, and then you get into boss fights where you have to chase down a boss, and then you kind of catch them, and then you go into a fight with them. It's just really good. I really enjoyed that. Really cool game. Alan Wake Remastered, fantastic, absolutely brilliant, and even more so the sequel. Man, I'm not going to talk about Alan Wake and Alan Wake 2 because it hurts me that nobody will play Alan Wake 2 because it's digital only. It really hurts. Ghost of Tsushima, fantastic game, gorgeous game, stunning photo mode. Really enjoyed it. Again, it's a big, massive open world. They're not really my kind of games, but when they're done this good, it's fantastic. I really, really enjoyed that. Midnight Suns, not played this yet. I do like Marvel, but this is a tactical RPG, and those games are hard. Maybe not hard, but they're very time consuming. But with a Marvel twist on it, I might be able to get on board a little bit more with that. So not played. Madison, fantastic game. Again, it's a staple for the 52 game challenge. I'm sure everyone's played this. And again, Jen, Retro Rival, she played it. She wasn't keen on it. She liked it, but she wasn't keen on it. And she said that she may have deprived herself of an experience by not playing it with headphones on. I really have to stress, if you do play this game, you have to play it headphones in the dark. with nobody around, and you'll just get lost in the world of it, the house and everything. It's just old blue knees. What? It's a good game. That I really enjoyed that. That's finished. Atomic Heart, just finished this last night. Really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the world. I really enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the story, but there's like an open. Again, this is where I don't like open worlds. It felt like there was an open world and it didn't have to be an open world. It draws a lot of comparisons to Bioshock. If it was more like Bioshock, where it was just almost level based, then it would have been a lot better. But the thing was, once you completed an objective, you're back out onto the kind of open world, open area, and you can go and do whatever you want. And I don't like doing what I want. I like to be told what to do. I like direction and I like a story. And whenever I went back into the open world area, it just kind of lost me. I just kind of wander around and but see, when the story hits and when it's all kind of clicking, it's fantastic and a gorgeous looking game as well. Finished. Turtles Cowabunga Collection. Not played this shit, but saying that, I don't know what all games are in here. So I'm trying to remember the one. I'm trying to remember the Turtles game that Mark gave me for the Mega Drive. Hyperstone Heist. If Hyperstone Heist is in here, then I'm going to put it on the played pile, because I've played Hyperstone Heist and I've played the original NES game. Just not on this disc, but I've played them before. Me and Jay finished off the Hyperstone Heist 2 years ago, I think. So I'll put that in the played pile. But I'll go back to that at some point and play some more. Plague Tale Requiem, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I love both Plague games. I'm sure they're both in here, but we've only got this one just now. But yeah, this one just culminates the whole story and finishes it off amazingly. Honestly, I can't rave about Plague Tale and Requiem and Innocence enough. I just think the stories were fantastic. The performances are top drawer, like top drawer, like movie level. They're just fantastic. Plague Tale Innocence is on Jen's pile from her video, and even though Rebirth and Horizon West Forbidden West and Rebirth are on her pile, but I do recommend she goes through the Plague Tale games, because they are just I just feel like people might not play them, but they have to play them. That's why I recommend the Plague Tales over the Final Fantasy, which is madness, to be honest, but I do. Demon's Souls, I had a wee shot of this, but nah, I can't play these games. I just cannot do it, so it's going to go in the unplayed pile. They're just too hard, man. Next one's a sealed game, Death Stranding. I have played this, so it's going to go in the finished pile. I've just not played it on the PS5. Again, I love this game. I thought it was just different. It was just cool. And again, it's got a big, massive open world. And I didn't mind this one because the way the open world is made is curated for the story, and it's created for the way the world is. It just makes sense. I've really enjoyed this, and I really want to play it again. That's why I got the PS5 version, because when I do play it again, it's going to be on the PS5, the Director's Cut. Brilliant game. Crash Team Rumble, so we got this for Jay's Christmas because we wanted to play it 3-player, and you can't play it 3-player. It's an online game, so gutted, absolutely gutted. So that's going to go in the unplayed pile because it's a load of nonsense. Aliens Fireteam, got this, I think it was Mark that told me it was cheap on Amazon, I think it was. So I've grabbed this, not played it yet, but I know that it was free on PS Plus, so I've been trying to talk my two brothers into downloading it so we can go through it in a fire team and play it, because I think it could be good fun. Stray, fantastic game again. Perfect length of a game as well. Like, I really enjoyed the length of this game. It didn't outstay its welcome. If anything, it made you want a little bit more, but yeah, I absolutely thought it was fantastic. I would love to see a sequel made to this where the wee cat goes and does what the wee cat does. But yeah, just to explore more of the wee cat's world. It was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Gotham Knights, not played this. I've heard bad things about it, but then again, on the other hand, I've heard it's an okay game if you don't expect an Arkham game. sealed, so I've not played it. But the photo mode looks really good. I've seen a lot of people posting photos on Twitter from the photo mode, and it looks really nice, crisp and detailed. And maybe I should give that a go soon. But again, if it's too big, then I don't want to play it. I like a nice, straightforward game. And then it is there, Plague Tale Innocence. Played this, loved it. That's the game I think Jen should play next. I think she would absolutely love the story. I think she would love the setting, the relationship between Hugo and Amicia, and honestly, this and Requiem together are just sensational experiences, honestly. Finished. The Chant, a game that I thought looked good, and then I played it and it was a lot better than even I thought it was. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did, but I really, really, really did enjoy this game. I thought it was brilliant. Like, I wasn't expecting it. I thought it would be okay, but loved it. Very good game. Resi 4, not played this yet. Can't wait to play it. And I'm thinking that I'm going to play it twice. I'm going to play it normally, and then I'm going to play it in VR, because it's an absolute classic. I've played it before on the Wii, and I played it on the PS2, and I need to give it a go again with the remake. Obviously, looks fantastic. A lot of people's game of the year, Jen's game of the year. Mark rates it so high. His favourite Resident Evil. Just Generation Pixel. He doesn't like it for some strange reason. Stranger of Paradise. Again, one that doesn't get much love. I've heard it's not great, but then again, I hear people say that Final Fantasy 16 is not great, and it is. So I think I'll make my own decision on that when I get around to it. I think it could be pretty cool. Graphics look amazing, and it's Final Fantasy. I've played so many Final Fantasies and offshoots and whatever. Like, another really cool Final Fantasy I don't have here is World of Final Fantasy. That's a good one. Spider-Man 2, absolutely brilliant, fantastic, top drawer, flawless, absolutely flawless. Loved it, absolutely loved it. Finished. Next one is Valkyrie Elysium. Chicken fillets. What did he say? He said on my pickups video, he said this is like a Wish version of Final Fantasy 16. He said it's a bargain basement Final Fantasy 16, so that sounds alright to me, to be fair. It looks alright. Not played it though. Dead Space, absolutely brilliant, an absolute staple of survival horror. And I got this for £5, £5 in Asda, round about Christmas time, and I put it straight in, blasted through it, fantastic. The only thing that's missing from this game, in my opinion, is a bloody photo mode. A photo mode would have been chef's kiss, brilliant. Ghostwire Tokyo, I did really enjoy this, but I thought it was going to be a lot scarier than what it was. I think it was a little bit lackluster. Again, it's got a big massive open world Tokyo where you get to run around and things like that, but it's all derelict obviously because everyone's gone. But there was just something about it that didn't quite click. Again, similar to Atomic Heart, when the storyline's all clicking and going the way it's meant to go, it's great, but then you could just kind of like dumped into the open world and say, okay, go and do what you want and then come back to the story. It's like, no, I just want to get on with the story. Yeah, I was expecting more from it. Avengers, this game is really good, honestly, slept on by so many people. I think it was obviously because of the online element of it, but the single player, very good single player. Great photo mode as well. I had a lot of fun playing this, a lot of fun, but even when you're playing the single player, you can see the kind of remnants of the multiplayer, where it's kind of like a looter shooter kind of thing almost, with like chest plates you pick up and leg parts, and it's just, you can feel the kind of multiplayerness of it. But single player, really enjoyed it. Far Cry 6, not played this. I played 3, which is arguably the best, but then again 5 so close because I loved 5, and then 6. I never got on with 4, but this one looks cool, so I need to get into that one as well at some point. The Quarry, fantastic, like a Dark Anthologies game, like the kind of movie kind of games where you make your decisions and things like that. Fantastic. I went into this without knowing the storyline, so when the storyline kind of when it hits, when you find out what's happening, it was a bit of a shock. I was, oh, that's what it's about. But I really enjoyed that. Human Fall Flat, never played it. It's a J game, so I can go over here. Modern Warfare 2. I'm a big fan of the Modern Warfare campaigns. I don't have Modern Warfare 3 because it's a lot of money, and Christopher Judge told me that his speech from last year's Games Awards was longer than the campaign for Modern Warfare 3. But Modern Warfare 2, loved the campaign. Aye, it was really good. Evil West, played this. My file got deleted for some strange reason. I was gutted, absolutely gutted, but I do want to go back to it. And this was on Scott's pile, and I recommend Scott to play that one next. Rather than a big RPG, go for that and you just have a good smashing fun with it. In Sound Mind, not played this one yet. A lot of people who have played it, Jen and Mark again, they think it's a fantastic horror kind of game. Ross has played it as well. I think he played it on his Switch, but then he played it on the PS5, I think. But I've heard that's pretty good, that one. Control, one of the best games ever made. It's just, oh, there's so many best games ever made on the PS5 already, by the way. So Control, I could play that again and again and again. No bother. Fantastic game. Scars Above, I'm wanting to play this at some point, but the only thing that holds me back from playing this is that I loved Returnal so much. I think this might be a little bit of a rip-off of Returnal, but I do want to play it, but I've not played it yet, still sealed. Gungore Grave, I like Gungore on the PS2, sorry. I've just played Gungore on the VR and it was terrible. Terrible. Awful. Awful. I don't know what to say. But I still want to play this, but I'm sure I've seen heaps. He played this and done a kind of first impressions of it, and I'm pretty sure he said it was just a big long game, like overstays its welcome. But I still want to give it a go because I think he's a cool character. And there it is, Returnal. Honestly, like Control, one of the best games ever made. It's just fantastic. Definitely one of the games of the generation. I was playing it today, streamed a little bit of it today. It's just, honestly, it's so addictive, and I would champion this to absolutely anybody that asks me about it or asks what game I should play in the PS5. I would always say Returnal. You have to play Returnal. It's so good. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. So we have played this. We've not got far on it. Me and Jay love Borderlands games. We finished Borderlands 2 this year. We've tried to get into this. We've not quite got into it yet. We just kind of fall off it all the time. So we have played it, but not finished it. Need for Speed Unbound. Again, this is another Asda game for a £5. I like this game, but there was something about it that just didn't keep me hooked. Like, I felt it does like a kind of day night cycle kind of thing, and you go over a couple of weeks time kind of thing. But I just felt like I was making no progress in it whatsoever. Looks stunning. It's got fantastic cel-shaded like effects. The cars look cool as they are, as like normal cars, and then you've got like cel-shaded like smoke coming out the back of them and you do power slides and things like that. Cool game, but it just didn't really click with me. So that was a played game, not finished. And my camera is going to run out, so I'll stop it here, delete some stuff, and then I'll continue the video in 2 seconds. Sorry about that. So last couple of games, we've got The Ascent. Had a little go of this, not enough to kind of pass judgment on it. It looks really cool, cyberpunk, kind of futuristic, top down, almost like a Diablo kind of game. Never played any of them kind of games before. Action RPG, co-op solo game. Could be cool, but I've not stuck any time into it yet. Dave Tyler, he's played a bit of it. I think he quite likes it. Death's Door. This is a cool game. I've only played a little tiny bit of it. I need to go back to it. I thought this was more like a rogue-like kind of game, but Mark Jolly Slasher told me that it's more like a Zelda game, like an old style Zelda game. So that makes me kind of want to play it a little bit more. I think it was like the first boss I got to, and he kicked my ass and I stopped playing it, but I need to go back to it. So I put it on played. I played a wee bit of it. Grand Theft Auto 5, I'm not a great big fan of Grand Theft Auto games. This is Jay played this quite a lot. He's since been banned from it, to be fair, because he was just being a little shite. But Grand Theft Autos, they're not for me. I don't like them. I don't like the big open worlds. I don't know. Grand Theft Auto is not my jam. The Outriders, a game again I've not played before. I watched Bill at Betty Hod Clinic. I watched him play a bit of this and it looked really cool. But again, it looks like it's a 3-player co-op RPG shooter. So again, this is the kind of game that I would love to play with my two brothers, because we used to play Destiny so much together. I think this Aliens Fireteam, I think those could be games that we'd all jump on and play. My big brother wants me and my little brother to start to play Destiny again. But man, where'd you start with Destiny? I don't know what's happened with Destiny. I can't see myself going back to Destiny, to be honest. But I did love it back in the day. Hello Neighbour, a Jay game, so I've not played it. No idea. I've seen Jay play it before. It just looks kind of mad. And then the final game, New Tales from the Borderlands. So I played Tales from Borderlands previously. I really enjoyed that. And it's all very canon, so they all kind of go together. Like Borderlands, I'm trying to think if Tales from Borderlands is after Borderlands 2, but before Borderlands 3 obviously. And this one, I don't know when this one takes place, but I need to give this one a go as well. I think maybe me and Jay will sit down and play through this together. And this actually includes Tales from Borderlands as well, so it's got the first one in there as well, so that's cool. And that's it. That's all the PS5 games that I've got so far. There's a ton of games here, absolute ton of games here, and there's so many people out there that still say PS5 has no games. So I'll take a wee picture of the games that I've not played, and I'll see which ones you guys think I should play. And I'll put a wee picture up of the games that I have played, and just tell me if you guys have played them, or if you want to play them, or anything. Aye, cheers guys, thanks very much for watching.